Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and I bet you have seen some of these headlines about Chinese Navy deploying 6 naval vessels, 6 ships to the Middle East or the Persian Gulf or whatever, due to the Israeli-Hamas war. Israel-Hamas war spiraling out of control. China deploys warship to Middle East, or China deploys 6 warships to Middle East as tension in the region boiled over, and then all the war drums. Chinese naval task force prowls of Middle East. So it's very weird. So this when I first saw these rumors, I don't really care that much. Because I don't think they will go. Chinese Navy dares to do anything. But it's interesting to note that if you really read upon after outside of the headlines, you may actually see 44th China Naval Escort Task Force. And then they will also mention that the Chinese Navy docked at the Gulf nations of Oman and Kuwait. So is it really a Chinese Navy deployed over to the Middle East over this thing? And I can tell you, you have been duped. No, the Chinese Navy did not react to the Israeli-Hamas war. So if you look at the situation, what is this escort convoy? This group, this called the escort China Naval Escort Task Force. This thing has started a long time ago. In fact, that is the 44th. The first one actually was launched in 2008, and it's always a 3-ship fleet. 3 ship. There will be 2 frigates and 1 supply ship. And so on the 2019, it was the 34th. And the last one they have seen is actually the 44th. So what is the 44th? And why is there 6 ships? Because there is actually a handover. The 44th is going to hand over to the 45th, which is why there's actually 6 vessels at the same time in the region. So as you can see, this is 2019, and then they always do operations in this region. They escort fleets, and then they do rescues, they fight pirates, and this is actually very common. A lot of countries actually deploy their navy around that region. The first vessel was actually for Somalia, because during those days, Somalia pirates was notorious, and they actually it was started off with 2 guided missile destroyer and a comprehensive supply ship. And this actually continues on to be the case where they use missile frigates, because the Chinese Navy has been improving. And so they do a lot of operations, including escorting ships delivering serious chemical weapon for destruction. They actually also do task force escorts for vessels like from Singapore, Philippines. They actually do other sort of communication with navies of the they do networking, put it that way. They do onboard visits, trips to foreign countries during and after escort missions. So the docking at Kuwait and Oman is just one of this. So and you can see that in 2021, they are already this pretty little soldier. They are part of this task force, doing all these things. It's not really something very unique. So the 43rd, this is 23rd first 11. This is actually in January. The 43rd task force set sail for the Gulf of Aden, and you can see again, the task force is going to be 3 ships. There will be the guided missile destroyer Nanning, and a guided missile frigate Sanya, and then a comprehensive supply ship Weishanhu. So they will have 2 helicopters and 700 troops, and then so after that they will replace the 42nd, and you can see 44th and 45th. This is actually 2023 10th 7th. So it's the 7th of October. This is actually pretty much about the same day or just after the Hamas attack Israel, or just before the Hamas attacks Israel. And this is already deployed. The 44th and the 45th will rotate in the Gulf of Aden. So you can see that this actually is a government website. This is the Ministry of National Defense of the Republic of China, People's Republic of China. You can see that they 44th and 45th conducted farewell ceremony in the western waters of Gulf of Aden, which means that on the October of 7th, these ships are already deployed. As you can see, these are the 6 ships. They are already in the region before any of the attacks. And so they, before the ceremony of the handover, they actually conducted joint escort to familiarize themselves. So they hand over how to do all these operations, and then they share about the organizational procedure, emergency handling. Then after the ceremony, the 44th escort task force are scheduled to carry out visits and joint exercises, which is exactly what we've seen as they did go to Oman and go to Kuwait. Whereas the 45th with Urumqi, Linyi, and also the Dongpinghu. So these 3 would then go on their escort mission of Somalia. So again, destroyer, frigate, and supply ship. So this is just a common operation. This is a regular operation, and I think they do four rotations, every year, from my estimates. So they have been the 44th escorted 33 ships in 28 badges, and then so 45th set off from Qingdao from the 12th of September. So it's impossible for the 6 to be deployed like this. You can see that the vessels has already deployed from the mid of September. They sail over, they conduct operations together to learn the ropes, and then farewell ceremony. So as you can see, this is a routine or escort mission. As you see, Global Times clarify. So Global Time is one of those. It's like Global Time is like Sputnik for the Russians. They Global Times will exaggerate stuff, but they are also a spokesperson, a mouthpiece for the government, and they say things that the government cannot say. But in this case, they are actually very factual. They say that this is not involved with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and basically they go on to say whatever I already told you. And you can see that on the May 24th 2023, this May article, you can see that these vessels from this group actually did some rescue mission. It was actually reported by Global Times on the May of 24th, and you can see that on the 8th of June, the same 44th Naval Escort Task Force escorted a Panama merchant ship, and this was reported in a separate article, but this is by the China Military.com.China. And so basically they talk about piracy, and then that's why they are actually escorting this merchant ship with a Chinese name, Hei Lan Song. But this Panama registered merchant ship. So they talk about this escort, and you can see that the vessels had always been there doing escort missions, doing the humanitarian missions. So fake news. That's my point. These are all fake news. China deploy warship to Middle East. This is actually fake news. This is people trying to get your clicks, trying to make you think that things are much worse than it is. And even if China cares or things are getting worse, this is not China's war. China will not care about it. Why would they need to send vessels over there? They're not going to fight for Iran. They're also not going to fight for the Palestinians. No, this is not in Chinese nature to do this. People that have been messaging me about this, I also told them the same thing. Even without doing this check, I haven't even know where are these vessels coming from or what are they doing in the region. But for me, the simple geopolitics of China is not their war. They will not get involved. China do not do stupid wars. Put it that way. So yeah, and now you know. So this is why you need to watch DPA. Thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next update.